I have to get rid of my vampirism. I just spoke with Count Hasseldor of Skingrad in the previous gameplay. And I'm not looking too good. My character's not looking too good at all. And she doesn't have her backpack. Oh wait, there it is. Alright, there it is. Go ahead and give her the winged chainmail helmet. You know what, guys? I also have figured out a real easy way to find out how you can tell what time of day or night it is. And it didn't occur to me until now. But you know how you're running along in Oblivion and you can't pause time, or you can't check what time it is if you're surrounded by enemies. Basically, all you got to do is open up your map, and then it shows you what time of day is currently. It currently is. So if you can't time out because enemies are close by, just open up your map and then you can see what your time is. Something I hadn't thought of before. Alright. Till death do us part. Or till death do they part. And it is 11:50 in the morning, which means I'm going to get hit by sun damage. And the till death do they part is over here. So we spoke to the Count in Skingrad. We have to go find this witch along the Bolo River. And that's this marker right here. But I don't want to necessarily travel during the day because I'll get burnt. But you know what? I think I'm going to do it anyway. Just because I can. So we'll travel during the daylight hours even though I'm a vampire. And we'll just heal up during the day. Yep, that's the sunburn. Alright, so we gotta go this direction to get to the lady and the witch who apparently is able to resolve my vampire problem. And of course, when we get the cure, we first got to deliver it to the Count, because that was the deal. So he can hopefully rescue his wife, which actually I don't think ever happens, of course. I think she just ends up dying anyway. Did I get hit with shunted magic? Yep. Shunted magicka. Arcana awakens. And I don't have enough magic to cast Cure Disease. Hopefully I have a Restore Magic potion. Okay, and that should have gotten rid of the shunted magicka, which it did. So now I can go back to casting my healing spell to ward off the sun damage. So yeah, we can go out and about in the sunlight hours, it's just we have to keep throwing up healing to fight off that sun damage. And really, I need to get a stronger healing spell. I mean, this one just isn't strong enough. Come on, game, for goodness sake. You can see the heat or the burning coming off of my character's body. It's so interesting, that effect. My body's burning up from the sunlight. Is that Umbra? It looks like he's wielding Umbra. He sure is moving at a good clip. Good grief. He's right on my tail, for Pete's sake. And it feels like my game wants to crash on me. Are we still going in the direction of where this witch is allegedly supposed to be? It looks like we are. But it looked like that enemy was wielding the Umbra sword. Arkham's Tower. Look at that heat, or at least the burning effect coming off my character's body like that. Looks like a vapor or a smoke. getting close. Do another save here. Also, another thing, because I actually attempted a portion of this quest yesterday after my stream. I wanted to give it a shot just to see what was involved. And unfortunately, I've been having quite a bit of problem trying to converse with the witch, because when I go to visit her, her door is locked, and really all I get is, okay, so she's up here. All I really get is a antagonistic response from her. Which means as a result of that response, I never can talk to her about the need for getting a cure for vampirism. And unfortunately, what that further means is what I have to do in order to trigger that discussion is I actually have to start battling her. And so for those of you doing this quest, Till Death Do They Part, looking for a cure for vampirism, after you speak with Count Hasseldor, and then, you know, you get sent on the quest to go speak to this witch, you might unfortunately have that problem where when you go to, okay, so there it is. So yeah, the place where she's located at is this place called Drakelowe. And I need to be careful because I just about killed myself. So this is where the witch is located that Count Hasseldor mentions that I need to go talk to. Unfortunately, when you get to her place, which is Drakelowe, right next to the squandered mine and the Wenderbeck cave. Anyways, you notice that her door is locked shut, or at least it's closed and you're not supposed to go in there. So essentially what happens is when you do, let me do a save here. Or I may have just done one. Oh, we'll do another one, alright. So unfortunately what happens is, if you go into her house...
I think you should leave. You don't belong here. Please leave. Now. You don't belong here. Please leave. Now.
So unfortunately, this is the only response I get from her whenever I visit her. Now, according to the Oblivion wiki, because I was trying to figure out what I need to do to get her to trigger a response so that she'll ask me why I'm there. which will give me the opportunity to tell her about my need for the cure. I was looking at some information, or trying to find information about her, and apparently she sleeps from 2 a.m. to 9 a.m. and she very rarely leaves her house. So it's like 4:53 p.m. now. And so, because I was having this problem with her while she's awake, I figured maybe I was supposed to speak to her while she's asleep, but I still get the same antagonism from her, and I never can trigger the quest, or I never can trigger her to give me an opportunity to tell her that I need a cure for vampirism. So we'll go ahead 1 hour. And as you can see, I can't forward into the time any farther than an hour because my health goes down so quickly. So I have to increase my health. And then really what I should do is run a fortify health. And then go ahead 1 hour. And there my health didn't go down quite as bad. And of course we're getting into the nighttime now. But I'm still losing health because of the sun damage. Alright, let me fortify health. Then we'll go ahead an hour. Go ahead another hour. Okay. So basically we are at 9:34 at night, and so therefore we're not getting the sun damage. But let's go ahead and fast forward. Now that I won't be losing any health to the sun, we'll go ahead and fast forward to after 2 o'clock in the morning. Let's see, what would that be, 4 hours from now? And we'll go and try and talk to her when she's sleeping. Okay, so it's 1:41, so she's not in bed yet. Let's go 3 hours in. She should be in bed by that time. Alright, but it's nearly dawn. Let's do a save here. And we'll even sneak in. So now she's asleep. But when I go up to her, I want to talk to her.
You don't belong here. Please leave. Now!
And that's all I get. I can't get the response that I need to tell her about the cure that I need for vampirism.
You can't be here now. Please leave, and quickly.
So eventually what I have to do is battle her.
You shouldn't be here now. I insist you leave.
Well, ma'am, I need the cure for vampirism, for Pete's sake.
You can't be here now.
So, it just will not trigger. So what I have to do is, let me get this. Well, let me do this first. Get my silver sword out.
Ha! Hey, come on now! There's no need to get violent.
So now she's unconscious. Let me grab some more. You don't kill her, she just goes unconscious.
Leave, now. You're trespassing. Leave, now. You're trespassing.
Well, for goodness sake, it worked before. Melisande is unconscious. So is she in the building or is she outside?
I'm warning.
It worked yesterday. I don't know why I can't get the conversation to trigger. To have her tell me about, or give me an opportunity to tell her about,
Leave, right now, or I call the guards. Get out, now, or I call the guards. Get out, now, or I call the guards.
I mean, I can't get any, trigger. I mean, at some point she, at some point she calls up a spirit, a wraith. Melisande is fleeing. I mean, I can't, it worked yesterday. I don't know why it's not working now. Oh, wrong one.
Whoa!
Yeah, that doesn't feel good at all, does it? I may have to feed first.
You're trespassing. Get out.
You know what? Shh. Oh, that's right. You can't wait until trespassing. It is 6:28. Good grief. I don't know what it's... I mean, I'll have to probably battle her again, I guess. Well, I don't want to wait outside with the sunlight. It's going to take forever, though. 6:44. You know, we'll have to just deal with it. Alright, now we'll throw up Fortify Health. And then wait for 1 hour. Seriously? You lay on your back with a blissful feeling of peace swirling through your brain. Your every muscle is relaxed. There is no tension in any part of your body. You feel completely at ease. As your vision comes into focus, you notice others standing around you. As a man leans toward you, you recognize the robes of the necromancer, and you see a glint of light from his scalpel as he begins to cut through your flesh. Okay, so I died. It is 4:47 a.m. So, I mean, I can't... Well, let me throw up a fortify. Oh wait, we already have it. In your dream, you see a beautiful young woman holding an infant to her breast. It is only as you draw near that you realize that the woman is a desiccated corpse. The child is purple and bloated, dying of the plague. As mother and child crumble to dust, you awaken. And I died. Alright. So this is a bloody nuisance. Because this is the place you're supposed to go to. Called Drakelowe. This is where the witch is that has the ability to cure the vampirism. And you can't wait while trespassing. And it's only 5 in the morning, which means you got another 4 hours before she's gonna wake up. What I could do is, instead of waiting for her to wake up, I could load a previous. So this is where we were at when we just got here, and this is before she went to sleep. So it's 4:43 p.m.
I think you should leave.
Okay, so...
You're trespassing. You should leave now. You shouldn't be here now. I insist you leave. You're trespassing. You should leave now.
This is all I get.
You don't belong here. Please leave. Now. You don't belong here. Please leave. Now. I'm warning you. Get out or I'll call the guards.
Miss, I just need a cure.
You must leave. If you don't, I'll call the guards.
No, you won't. You'll cast a wraith.
You're trespassing. Leave now or I'll call the guards.
Nope. I'm not going to leave till you give me the cure. Crud. Last time she cast a wraith. Not a Daedra. Try this again. have the quest triggered. It's the active quest. The other thing I even tried, and it didn't work, is I have as a result of the vampirism, I have a thing called Vampire Seduction. Charm 50 points for 20 seconds on touch.
You don't belong here. Please leave. Now.
Alright, let's try and charm the lady.
I'm warning you. Get out or I'll call the guards. Don't you understand me? You're trespassing and must leave or I'll call the guard. Don't you understand me? You're Don't you understand?
So even under that effect, I can't get her to cooperate. Wow. So much for that. I mean, I don't know what it's going to take to trigger the trigger this quest further.
I think you should leave.
So that didn't work. Let me try this one.
You can't be here now. Please leave and quickly. Help! Help! I'm being attacked!
Okay, so now she's unconscious.
You're trespassing. Get out.
Let's go outside for a second. She followed me outdoors last time.
I'm warning you. Get out. Now, or I call the guards. Bye.
She followed me out last time.
Get out. Now, or I call the guards. Help! Help! Take! Leave, right now. Get out, now, or I call the guards.
Okay, she went outside.
What brings you to this neck of the woods, my lady?
I need a cure for vampirism.
Oh my! What makes you think I would know about such a thing?
I heard a rumor that you might know.
My dear, you shouldn't trust rumors. They can get you into a horrible trouble. This time, however, you've heard correctly. I might know a thing or two about it, but I'm afraid the information isn't free. You do me a small favor, and then we'll talk about this cure you seek.
Alright, what do I have to do?
I have my own interests, and they occasionally require resources that are difficult for me to acquire. Soul gems, for example. If you can bring me 5 empty grand soul gems, I'm quite sure I can help you with this cure that you seek. I shall await your return.
Anything else?
Bring me the soul gems I've asked for, and then we'll discuss a cure.
Alright. So I guess you gotta get the woman outdoors in order to trigger the option to talk to her about getting the cure. Alright, so I gotta go find 5 empty grand soul gems. Where in the world am I gonna find those? First of all, I gotta get out of this bloody sunlight. Squandered mine. Let's go back up this way. Maybe I can get into the mine and at least get out of the sunlight until nighttime. Got some creatures down that way. So that goes back outdoors. I don't know that I can, oh, I can. Let's wait until night time. Let's see, 4 hours maybe? Or wait, 3 hours. 9 o'clock, shortly after 9 o'clock, that should be enough. Well, not if my game says no. Glad I saved after talking to the woman, though, because that would have been aggravating to go through that again. You know, I guess for what it's worth, what I could do is, I mean, soul gems, where are you going to find soul gems? I guess the most ideal place would be a mage's guild, wouldn't it?